This is Diana Hart again from Poplar Village Gardens. I'm holding in my hand a nasturtium. This is an example of an edible flower. The nasturtium leaves and flowers are edible, and this particular plant has kind of a spicy flavor to it, but it's something, if you like spicy food, it's a really great way to add color and spice to your salad. I am standing right here next to, we talked a little bit about how we planted peas for the fall in these keyhole beds, and we have been noticing that these beds, the peas are coming up. So everything is kind of emerging as it is, and we have a few leftover greens that are growing up in the beds as well. But all of our peas seem to be coming up, and we've been working a little bit on kind of moving stuff around and getting stuff taken care of. And I am going to show you what our next projects are going to be. I'm standing here next to where our old greenhouse used to be. We have moved the greenhouse out of the way, and our contractor has come, and he's going to be installing our new greenhouse from the kit. So you can see the arches are here. This is 24 inches in the ground, so it's going to be super solid and sturdy for long-term use. One of the things that I really like about fall, we've talked about the goldenrod. There is another flower that's my absolute favorite when we get to fall. They are in full bloom right now, and if you look at them, it just looks like a sky full of stars. This plant is in the aster family, and I have also noticed that the pollinators generally tend to be all over this plant. It's a little bit cool today. We may not see the same amount of pollinators today, but when it warms up tomorrow, we are going to see pollinators in action on these plants, and they are all throughout the garden. I'm standing back here. This is near the fence in an area that I had originally installed 5 larger hugelkultur mounds. Now we have struggled. This is far away from our water source. We have to manually carry all of our water out here, and so these mounds have not been very successful in the years that we have had them here. But one of the great things about fall is it's nice and cool. We can do a lot of that heavy body work that we might not want to do on a hot day. And what we have been doing is we have been taking and we are trying to build these up and make them and install the olas, so we will have a deep watering system in each mound. We've cleared away a lot of the heavy brush that was around it, and in preparation for the spring. And one of the great things about fall is you can do all of this stuff. You have the picture in your mind about what you want to do in the spring. But if we waited till spring to do all of this work, we would have to be waiting for the ground to unfreeze. We would have to, and that's actually, it takes a long time for things to thaw out in the spring. And so what we're doing now is we're taking advantage of this cool weather to do some of this heavy work, get this preparation work done, so that when we are ready to plant in the spring, we will just be able to come out here and plant. We don't have to wait for things to thaw out to start moving soil and mulch. So here's where we decided to relocate our old greenhouse. I wasn't really sure. I knew that it was not going to be able to serve us in its typical fashion for this next season, but I was kind of hoping that it would continue to serve the garden in some way or another. So we have turned it to face the driveway so that we can have some good access from here. And one of the things that we're going to do, since it did hold together to be moved, is we are going to do a little bit of repair work, and we are going to put some of our plants in here, the things that we want to allow to go dormant for the season, where maybe they just need a little bit of protection from the harsh weather, so they will still be out here and they will go dormant, but they won't have such severe weather that they will die. An example of that would be our container blueberries. They are not the variety that you can just leave out and plant in the ground, and we can move that in there for the winter season and allow the blueberries to go dormant and then bring them out for the summer season. It's kind of like having a garage. If you had some plants that you wanted to protect, and you had a garage, you'd be able to bring it into the garage, and then they would be able to survive the cold weather season and be brought back out in the spring.